It's time for another quick take, ladies and gentlemen. Roger Federer will meet Stan Wawrinka in tomorrow's Indian Wells BNP Paribas Open final. I think we are all extremely excited for this match. Nobody is playing better tennis right now than Roger Federer. Went through Rafa Nadal in the quarters, had a very easy time. Well, second set tiebreak, but still a pretty easy time with Jack Sock in the semis. The same can be said about Stan Wawrinka, basically facing little resistance in the semis against Pablo Carreño Busta. So it's two freight trains headed right at each other, and it'll be Roger Federer and Stan Wawrinka in the final tomorrow. A little background on this matchup. The career series is 19 wins for Federer, 3 wins for Stan Wawrinka. Federer has won their last 3 meetings. All of those meetings were on hard court. So the head-to-head, it's lopsided. Obviously, we have a very big sample size there, and this is, in simple terms, not a coincidence. I was able to see them actually courtside face off against each other at the U.S. Open a couple years ago, and Federer won in straight sets. So the dynamic between these two, it does favor Roger Federer. Usually, Federer shows, all the tools that he has in the bag against Stan. He dominates court position against Stan. He goes to the net often and basically keeps Stan very off balance, mixes in the short chip backhand. So I'm confident that if Roger plays his best and Stan plays his best, Roger will actually prevail. Now, the thing is with Stan, he's the beast mode of tennis, in my opinion, and that's an American football reference. I know a lot of my viewers for these tennis videos are from all over the world. But basically, Stan, he really turns it on in finals. He has 3-0 in major finals, so you never know with him. So this will by no means be an easy match for Roger Federer. That's what I'm really getting at. You can never take Stan lightly, and when Stan is on, when he's really seeing the ball well, he is just so dangerous. So there's also some things that I've seen in this tournament that could actually get Roger Federer in trouble, in my opinion. So 2 major keys for the match for Federer. And what I just alluded to with things that I've seen in the tournament that could actually come back to haunt Roger in this match is the following. Federer, his backhand has been so good. He has been so solid from the baseline off the ground in this tournament that Federer, I think the biggest danger for him is that he actually gets comfortable back there versus Stan, and that would play into Stan's hand. This is particularly true on the backhand. Federer is hitting over his backhand, hitting that topspin backhand so well all tournament and in Australia. I mean, it's the best I've ever seen him hit it, which obviously is a huge positive for Roger Federer. But versus Stan, it's the short chip backhand that is very effective oftentimes for Stan. Stan is so good, 5 feet behind the baseline, moving laterally and hitting that one-handed backhand. He is much more uncomfortable moving forward and hitting a low one-handed backhand. So the short angle chip is a very good weapon against Stan Wawrinka. I would be concerned that Federer is hitting over his backhand so well that he actually kind of gets away from that. And they start, and he starts to basically go cross-court, topspin backhand to topspin backhand, and really get in a hitting war with Stan Wawrinka. That would be right up Stan's alley. That would not be good for Federer. So I would say one of the keys for the match for Federer, don't fall in love with this shot that has been so nice for you all tournament. Don't fall in love with it. Mix in that chip. I think versus Nadal, the chip is not very effective, and he did not use it very much in that quarterfinal match against Nadal, and it worked for him. In this match, I would say Federer should go back to using that chip. The other thing is, on the other hand, on the other side of the court, Stan Wawrinka loves to chip his return. That is under almost every circumstance, a negative trait for Wawrinka. Federer, in the past, has been very good at punishing Stan for chipping that return. Whether that be playing first strike tennis and following up a big serve with a forehand winner or a forehand attack of any kind, or serve and volleying versus that chip return. So I would say, Federer has been so good from the baseline, but don't get comfortable. Mix in the serve and volley. This is what has worked against Stan in the past. And because he's been so sharp from the baseline, he needs to make sure he doesn't get comfortable. I'm very confident that he'll play aggressively and he'll really be in the driver's seat in most of these points, because that's what happens versus Stan. Stan loves to play way behind the baseline, and it does get him into trouble versus Federer, I feel. Versus Djokovic, for some reason, it doesn't get him in as much trouble. And I don't know exactly why that would be, but it's true. Here's the thing with Stan. Here's what I'm very much looking forward to see what kind of resistance Stan can provide. Nadal's ball was not heavy enough to bother Federer. As basically what I'm getting at here is Federer, his court position has been extremely forward in this tournament. He is playing inside the baseline more often than not. Nadal's ball was not able to bother that strategy. Stan hits it probably a little bit heavier than Nadal, a little bit deeper, certainly. So will Stan Wawrinka's ball bother Roger Federer? And basically, you see Roger hitting half volleys a lot of the time from the baseline. That's how far in he's playing right now. Can Stan hit a heavy enough ball that bothers Roger Federer? I think Stan needs to come out if Stan wants to win this match, and he really needs to try to break the trend of him basically defending against Roger Federer. He needs to go on the attack. He needs to mix up his directionals, take that backhand down the line, and try to get Roger Federer under duress, moving laterally. He needs to hit very, very heavy balls as deep as possible, and hopefully, Federer is so talented with that half volley. So I think tomorrow we are going to see if any ball on the ATP World Tour can bother Roger Federer's court position, or will Roger Federer stay up there and be like, this is fine with me. I'm fine with this, with Stan's heavy ball. So that'll be very, very interesting to see. Here's my prediction for the match. I feel that Stan will win the first set. I think that Roger will, once again, this is just human nature. I'm not criticizing Roger's tactics or anything. It's human nature to go back to the well, go with what's been working. I think Roger will try to hit with Stan a little bit too much in that first set, and he'll lose that first set. So I'm going to go 6-4 to Stan in the first set, and Roger will win the next two sets, 6-3, 6-4. Just a prediction. Let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to the match. Hope you enjoyed. Provide your 2 cents down in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.